Episode 3 of Hometown Dudes with
Woo.
Joe and Seamus.
Woo.
Crack on it.
Is that a new phrase?
Sure.
Crack on it?
Yeah.
I don't think I get it.
Get the crack on.
Like drugs crack or like
No, just like get cracking. Put a little pep in your step.
I got it.
Yeah. Why not? I guess it could mean a drugs thing.
Crack on.
If you identify more with the drugs thing, let's go with the drugs thing.
Well, I don't want to get cracked then.
Not you.
Oh.
Whoever's listening. Get a little crack.
I don't want crackheads listening to this.
Get a little crack. Listen to the podcast.
that's a great way to spend your Sunday.
Yeah. A little crack. Nice podcast.
Yeah. Cup of coffee.
What can go wrong? So what are we talking about today, Seamus?
I saw B.A. Johnson last night.
Yeah.
Canadian superstar.
Canadian superstar.
Well, maybe.
Superstar?
I know.
Like
no.
as big as Corey Hart?
Corey Hart. Oh, yeah, I guess he is Canadian.
He's
eh?
Canadian.
Yeah.
Sunglasses at night.
No, B.A. Johnson doesn't get played on the radio, I don't think.
Not any radio you know about. Let's
No,
say that.
yeah.
Backwoods radio, perhaps.
Yeah, he's a Canadian entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say that more than musician.
Yeah, you like going to his shows because it's not just about the songs.
No. Although they are funny.
Yeah.
Like he has songs called, one they played last night was Deep Fryer in My Bedroom.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. There's another one called Drive-Through Beef, where the drive-throughs, he's got beef with drive-throughs because they keep getting his order wrong.
Fair enough.
So, and yeah, he usually gets shirtless.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of a thing?
Always takes his shirt off.
Always?
I don't think I've ever seen him and he hasn't taken his shirt off at some point.
Is it like a heat thing? You just get hot? I got to get this top
I think
off.
it's part
All
of the
sweaty.
show.
Yeah.
It's part of the show. The
What's
character would take his shirt off.
Good bod? What's the bod like?
No,
Bad bod.
That's why it's kind of funny. But he can do the splits.
Really?
Oh yeah, he does splits all the time.
That's pretty good then.
He dives across like bar tables and stuff.
Didn't you like suck one of his toes one time at a show or something?
He sucked one of my toes.
Oh, okay. Had that
Well, he
back.
didn't suck him. He like played with them though.
Played
So I was
with, like,
wearing like
mouth play?
sandals. He kind of like pretended to use it. Like
Oh, okay.
he didn't. There was no contact, but he got close with the tongue.
Of your dirty, disgusting hobbit-like feet.
They're very clean, sir. They're hairy, but they're clean.
You're walking around in flip-flops. They're not clean, man.
They're cleanish.
They're clean maybe at first pass through.
What am I getting dirty? Like,
Just being in the world.
Nah, world's pretty.
I
Clean
keep mine
place.
encased in a nice sock, and then furthermore into a shoe. They're protected. They're safe.
Nah, I
They're
don't know.
sterile.
My feet aren't that bad.
Or
My feet
sterile.
aren't- my feet
Sterile,
aren't
not sterile.
Sterile.
I have very vigorous feet, if that means anything. What else has been going on in the old small town?
Well, at work, there's news. At work, some piece of human fucking trash stole a donation bin.
Who the fuck steals a donation
Yeah,
bin?
it was for this woman named Hallie who's like has MS, and she's going like to Mexico to get this like special surgery that she can't get done in North America.
Oh, it's like a stem cell thing?
I think so.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we and other local businesses have been raising money to help her pay the cost for that, and someone fucking stole it. And video cameras everywhere, picture all over social media, the news.
I saw it. It was
everything.
just like, oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you're not going to
Fucking
get
idiot.
away with it. And, like, I kind of get it a little bit in the sense that hard times, you know,
I get the
you got to do what you got to do to get by.
I get the concept of stealing,
Yes. Yeah.
but charity.
Not from a donation bin, for
Fuck
fuck's
me.
sakes.
Anyways, the guy was caught.
Yeah.
Like about a week later. 'Cause fuck, like everyone knew who he was. The cops knew who he was too.
Yeah.
The cops were
And
aware of him.
his dad is like kind of a prominent lawyer in the area too.
Yes.
Yeah. So, you know, you got that family name.
Yeah. So,
They're going to pick you up about 2 seconds.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Like he was hiding out, and then the donation, like we empty it, so it was. I think we figured like $80.
All that fucking hassle for $80.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. What do you think would be an acceptable charity to steal from? You have to steal from one charity. Which one is it?
Salvation Army.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because from what I've heard, what you donate to Salvation Army money-wise at like Christmas and stuff,
Yeah.
like, out of $1, like 5 cents ends up going to actual Salvation Army. The rest pays for administration stuff. Like the
that's bullshit.
percentages is.
I
so
think
off.
I would probably steal from like a Red Cross bin.
Yeah.
Because I think they're kind of shady that way too. Or like maybe a UNICEF.
Yeah.
I don't even think they do that one anymore.
I don't think
that
they
was
do.
big when I was a kid. You have the little box.
Yeah, I don't
Give
think they
me
do that anymore.
Handfuls of change,
No
totally
one- no one uses the
untraceable.
cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I definitely wouldn't steal from like a local business that's set up to like, let's help Bill get a new
right.
ass or something.
So specific, and that's
Yeah.
going into like why I like small towns.
Yeah, exactly.
And like we raised the money for her, like no problem.
No problem.
No problem.
Everyone's willing to pitch in, and that is a beautiful thing about living in a small community, right? You know these people, and maybe it's not someone you've had over for dinner or something, but you see the picture, you're like, okay, shit, I bump into her at the grocery store or something, or her husband shovels my grandma's driveway or something. Let's throw her a couple bucks to help her out.
Right?
So you don't.
And if everyone does that, we raise the money, no problem.
Yeah, it's anytime like we have a fire up here and like a family's.
Yeah.
That family's displaced for about half a day.
Yeah.
And then boom, they have a new house, a couple Corvettes. We help them out.
We should burn our houses down.
Yeah, get a couple vets out of the deal.
Yeah.
Why not? No, but that's terrible to steal from somebody you know like that.
Yeah, even if it is like tertiary knowing, like you just kind of know that person. Yeah, it's a local. You're cheering from a person.
Yeah, you steal from one of the big charities, like a Red Cross, Salvation Army.
Or fucking steal from the till at work.
Yeah.
Like rob us.
Skim off the top. Yeah.
Fuck, like I can wrap my head around that, but stealing from a charity like that,
kind of fucked up.
Pretty fucked up.
Pretty fucked up.
I was pretty glad I wasn't working when he stole it.
Yeah, it happens a lot around like in November around Remembrance Day because they always have those poppy bins all over the place, and those get fucking ganked, no problem.
Yep. And it's around Christmas time, so people are more hurt.
I get it, right? It's desperate times, and people are hurting.
And it's probably like addiction and stuff too. There's other factors that are going into it.
Yeah, you're not, they're not putting a lot of thought into the possible outcomes of, hey, what if I steal from Tammy's box?
Yeah. Tammy's box sounds like a strip club.
I know it does. As soon as I said, I was like,
Tammy's box.
Is that a good one? Tammy's box?
In other news locally, in Huntsville, I think it was at the M&M meat shop in Huntsville, another car went through the front window.
I don't know if this happens in other towns or in big cities,
but
it's fucking routine up here.
I have a friend who owns a business in like the Wellington Plaza, like downtown, where there's all these business, and that's several cars have went through the subway or whatever down in that area.
That's the worst.
And he's originally not from here. Yeah. He's like, it doesn't happen where he came from.
Yeah.
So
it's like 3 times a year.
Of course.
The front of their store
happens once a year at Shoppers Drug Mart, it seems.
What are you doing? Like,
I don't know.
When I lived in Toronto, I mean, granted, I was a little kid, but I don't remember people driving through storefronts unless it's like a bank job or something as a distraction. You know, you get a mark to plow a car through.
I think that's just a movie, though.
Everybody's paying attention, and then you rob this store over here. It's the old bait and switch.
Also, it's like, okay, so it's in drive, not reverse. You're still gunning it enough to go over a curb through a building.
Yeah, and at that Wellington Street one, they've redone the curbs
higher
in front of the stores. They're like 3 feet fucking high now. You got to be like a pole vaulter to get over, though.
So even if you did have it in reverse, you're still gunning it backwards like that. Like,
what's happening?
I don't know. But yeah, it happens all the time.
Oh, it's regular.
So keep listening. We'll keep everyone posted on
how many storefronts get plowed into. Wait till the summer. It's going to happen weekly.
Christ.
I don't know what people are doing out there.
So you snowshoed this week?
I did.
Yeah?
Love the outdoors.
You like snowshoeing, eh?
There's something so peaceful about it.
Yeah.
Mostly, when we moved out to the property, my wife bought me the snowshoes for Christmas as a fun thing. Like, maybe I'll strap them on once in a while. I'll take the dog out. He'll get some exercise. I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
It's great. I'm out there for an hour and a half, just cruising through the woods.
Do you do the same path more or less all the time? Or?
I do kind of make a trail, but every year the trail gets a little bit bigger as I'm sort of expanding my comfort zone in how far I'm willing to travel out in the woods. Also, the nice thing about it, I'm definitely not what you'd call an outdoorsman. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to use a compass. I can't build a fire.
Wait.
What?
You don't know how to use... What do you mean you don't know how to use a compass?
I don't know how to properly use a compass.
What's to know?
Don't you have to... You have to, like, set it down and, like, set north or something?
It naturally goes north.
No, I think the problem with the compass is you still have to know where you are for it to work properly.
If you put a compass down, say, in your hand, it'll point to where north is.
Yeah.
So then whenever you're walking, you'll know, okay, if north is this way, then I'm going east.
Yeah, that's what you say, but it seems very confusing.
Compass is very simple to use.
No, one of the trickiest pieces of navigation equipment, other than a sextant.
What's a sextant?
A sextant is something old-timey... like sea captains would use, and that they would use the stars to navigate.
Oh, huh? Oh
I guess figured that
again,
out.
It's probably they find where the North Star is.
Sure, I guess. I could never do any of that. Anyways, but the nice thing about snowshoeing is that, you just blaze a trail through the woods, and if you're like, I don't know where I am or I've been gone too long, just follow your tracks back.
That's easy enough.
If I was venturing like this in the summertime, I'd be fucking lost. Also, it's buggy. It's buggy as shit.
Out by your place.
Oh, good God.
The bog right there.
Big bugs.
Yeah.
So don't care for the bugs.
No.
So that's why the winter time's nice. Just get in nature a little
Especially
bit.
that. So then the last few weeks or so, it's been pretty mild.
Yeah. So we lost a little bit of snow. But now it's great. Perfect shoeing weather.
Shoeing.
Yeah.
Is that what you call it?
I do.
Yeah. So are you a shoer?
I am. I'd love to get into snowmobiling too, but it's expensive.
All the gas, right?
And the trail permits, the upkeep, the gear. You ever price out gear?
But also, what you like about snowmobiling is almost the opposite of that.
Yeah.
It's not really a relaxing
drive
through the woods.
You're friggin' going pretty quick, right?
Yeah,
and then boom.
You're not stopping to
We always lose
landscape.
15 to 20 people a year snowmobiling, just fucking disintegrating into a tree or something.
Going through the ice, yeah.
Yeah, or plowing into a dock when you're out in the lake or something.
Yeah.
Then it's fucking at night. You can't see
no.
anything.
No.
It's dangerous.
I've never been on a snowmobile.
Never once, even like around a yard or something.
I was dating this girl, and her family had one, and we went to start it and go for a ride, and it wouldn't start.
That's
so we were getting. I was as close as I got.
Yeah.
So I've sat on one.
Tried to start it,
yeah,
and then that's as far as we got.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Here's something I wanted to ask you about kind of small town stuff. What don't you like about living in a small town?
Sometimes the lack of activities, you could say. Bracebridge specifically, anyways, has come a long way in trying to do community events.
Especially in the winter.
Yeah, they have made leaps and bounds in that area.
Right.
But, for instance, there's no, comedy club,
But we do comedy nights
here and
pretty
there.
frequently.
But there's not, an open mic area you can go to, every weekend and check out some stuff. Or there's no museums.
I don't think there's... there's museums.
Where?
There's one in Gravenhurst. There's
Speed?
There's two in Gravenhurst.
There's two. Well, the Speed one.
Grace and Speed. Bethune House.
That's a museum.
Yeah.
That was a whorehouse.
No.
Oh.
Dr. Bethune, Norman Bethune. It's his home, and you learn all about him. It's a museum dedicated to him.
It's not a whorehouse.
No. You wondered why there was bush full of Asians going into the whorehouse?
Taking in the local cuisine, if you will. Why not? Sampling some of the local flavor.
And then there's the, in Bala there's one. There's a museum, too.
I guess.
There are museums. They're not big things like you're thinking of.
There's no dinosaur museums.
No, but there's no dinosaurs. They didn't find dinosaurs around here.
Nevertheless.
There's no dinosaur museums in Toronto.
Yeah, what about the ROM?
The ROM has a dinosaur, but not dinosaur museum.
No, fair, but it has a dinosaur.
Maybe. I don't even remember. Maybe it was just a special exhibit. I'm not sure.
Maybe it was just dog bones or
ROM
something.
kind of sucks.
Does it?
The special exhibits are fucking incredible, but then the rest of the museums is, man.
No, there's no escalators either in Bracebridge. I know it sounds silly, but when I go to a mall in a big city, I love the escalator, man. I don't know what it is.
Why?
It's just fun.
Huh.
It's neat. Although I have seen some horrific videos of them opening up and swallowing people. Have you ever seen any of those?
Well, I've seen Terror Firmer, the trauma movie.
Yep.
Where he gets mangled.
No, but there was one, I don't know, it was probably in friggin' Asia somewhere. And this thing just opens up and it swallows a guy. The stairs all come apart, it unravels, and a guy goes down into the escalator. And then it moves back over him.
Oh, God.
And the video doesn't give you much other than he's probably dead. Right?
My jacket caught in the escalator when
That'd be horrifying. You freaked out, didn't you?
I don't remember. My mom was freaking out.
Of course.
Yeah, but there's an emergency stop button right there. So
That's fair. What else? What do you hate about, or maybe dislike? Let's say dislike.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday. Last week, where you kind of go out and you bump into people and stuff. Sometimes I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you just want to be faceless.
I just want to. Yeah, people know my business.
Yeah.
And I'm a pretty private person, so for people just kind of knowing my shit. Recently, a mutual friend of ours started dating a girl who moved from Toronto back here, and they went on a date, and people were texting her being, "Oh, heard you're dating Tim. Like,
Yeah, that's how.
and she was just like, what the fuck? Like,
I don't even know who you are. Yeah, it's really hard to keep your shit private if you're going to be out and about.
Yeah.
That's one of the nice things about a big city, right? You can move, you can be anonymous if you want.
Right.
And just move through the crowd.
For the
Nobody's
most
going
part,
to talk to you.
I like that sense of community, but for sometimes just like, I just want to be.
Some days it's good, some days it's bad. It just kind of depends on how you feel in a particular day. Sometimes it is nice to just be able to go to the grocery store, get what you need, and get the fuck out without having to have like 17 silly conversations about the weather.
Right. Just those like stupid, like fake, not fake, but like those
niceties,
surface level conversations.
Yeah, you're just like, hey, how's it going?
Oh,
good.
How are things? Like,
they're fine.
Things are good.
Things are things. How about them Blue Jays? Yeah. Baseball's a thing.
Good. Yeah, sports,
Sports.
Yeah, weather. Oh, yeah.
We have that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so that's for me. I'm a pretty private person, so
yeah,
I don't enjoy that always.
Yeah, I'm hit or miss on that. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't.
And I think it's safe to say I know more people than you in town.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
That's fair.
People would probably know who you are from Marks, but don't know you. Like,
don't know.
Not enough to like have a conversation sometimes.
It's true.
Yeah. So anyway, that's it. I can't really think of anything. I find there is stuff to do.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I drink more than you, so I go out and have a few.
Yeah, but that's the thing to do.
So, working out.
I need to find out. Maybe there's underground street races up here I don't know about. Because in Toronto, there's a big street racing scene. That'd be fun to kind of go cruise and watch.
We talked about starting a fight club last night at the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
that'd be sweet. I'd love to take in a couple fights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
watch little fights under the bridge, and that'd be a neat thing to have going. Someone would get fucked up though, pretty bad, and I wouldn't want to be there for that.
Nah, you'd have to. Like,
someone gets seriously hurt.
There'd have to be some sort of referee of kind.
Some kind of street fight ref. Yeah. What could go wrong?